Dear Ann Landis, my husband
Dear
and I
Abby,
are in shock.
I'm extremely upset.
For over 30 years.
My son got married in
Dear
April.
Ann Landis.
We were very
I
happy.
thought
Dear
she
Abby,
had
his wife
been
into our family.
but
Dear woman, dear Abby.
She thinks way too much of herself.
Abby.
She had to get married.
Dear Pod. Hey, hi. Do you want to be part of the fun? Look at that face. That is the face of fun. I'm sweating through my pants. And if you want to sweat through your pants, you can call us 917-887-6111. Give us a call. Talk to us. Tell us what you want to talk about. Also, you can email us dearpodadvice@gmail.com or dearpodofficial@gmail.com. We have 2 different email addresses just to confuse the shit out of everybody. But both of them are semi-active. So come on, write to us, call us, 917-887-6111. We love you. Call us. Talk to us. It's weird. You brought up something, and I thought about THEATRICULT.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it was women like cutting their hair short, and then that's like every woman, if they cut their hair short, they're going to have a melt. Like, you just know. Like, when a girl gets a pixie cut, it's not like a Winona Ryder moment. It's
She's emptying out her purse.
yes, something bad is about to happen. A pixie cut precedes a nervous breakdown. This is a female thing. And just so you know, like, if suddenly your friend shows up and you're like, oh my God, your hair's so cute, short like that.
Something's going on.
30 days from that point, she's going to get a divorce. She's going to go to rehab.
Julia Roberts cut off all of her hair. And then what happened?
Did she go to rehab?
No. Then she
Are you
had,
talking about Steel Magnolias, Julia Roberts? Like
no,
a fake?
No,
okay.
that's Shelby, who's
When
a
did
character.
she cut her hair short?
Did she cut it for Peter Pan?
I think so. For Hook?
She didn't cut that. That was a wig.
No, she cut off all of her.
There was a time she
And she dyed it blonde.
Yes.
So she looked like shit. She cut off all of her hair and everything.
But she's a billionaire, so it's like, what difference does it make at that point?
Well, because this is when she was gonna marry Kiefer Sutherland. She cut off all of her hair. It went blonde. Then they were supposed to get married, and they didn't get married. Then she did Hook.
Oh my God, you literally just made a case for what I'm talking about.
Yes,
so when
because
women
you
cut
just
their
brought
hair
it up,
short,
and that's
yes,
that's
wow.
part of the storytelling.
Now, see, I
that we're
didn't know
doing.
that. That's perfect then. Julia Roberts leaves Kiefer Sutherland. Oh, that's unfortunate. Julesy, just look at the picture.
See?
Good for her.
Yeah.
That winning smile, though.
Yeah. That blonde and that skin type.
Wide mouth bass. Oh, yeah. See, there you go. Yeah.
She's
and then,
pretty.
so she made a bad movie choice, and then she left Kiefer Sutherland. If a woman cuts their hair short, TikTok, y'all.
I had a sister-in-law who cut her hair short, and it was like,
Here we go. Here we go. We're off to the races.
yeah. And then they got divorced.
And then somebody has a meltdown on a bathroom floor. If a woman is crying on a bathroom floor, it's
out.
Elizabeth Gilbert.
First of all, I'm in the wrong bathroom.
What am I doing here?
And I'm not there to help you. I'm like, oh,
Ma'am,
I'm sorry.
This is a McDonald's. Can you clean it up? Nobody has a breakdown on the bathroom floor of a Starbucks.
If I walked into my bathroom and there's a girl on the floor crying,
It's Marcus.
I'm like, I don't know how you broke into my house, but you need to leave and clean the blood up.
Not for nothing, but I established this theory about women on bathroom floors and short hair when I joined a THEATRICULT by accident. I spent a summer in Napa,
Okay.
and a friend of mine hornswoggled me into it because it was like this show that was happening in Napa, and they wanted to put stand-up in the middle of it, and it was supposed to be a family-friendly show, which, first of all, no.
Okay.
I should have known. And I went anyway.
Okay.
And, because of course somebody's like, you want to spend the summer in Sonoma? It was in Sonoma.
Who says no?
Who says no?
Right.
Well, the word no is in Sonoma, everybody. And I should have paid attention. So is the word so. And it was like a weird thing where you were going to be there for a month. And, it was like a variety show.
A month-long variety show?
Well, a month
That's
long
a
that
lot.
you're there. But like you ran for, it was like 2 weeks you rehearse it, 2 weeks it's up.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a variety show. So I'm sort of like a bit that's being dropped into this thing. Now, I like wine. I do comedy. Sign me up. Send me to wine country for a month. I love wine. Have you been there?
Once.
Oh, it's so mellow. Not good for comedy. Not a mellow circumstance. And we get there, and the girl who's running it, you know when you meet somebody and you're like, I don't like you.
Yeah, I get that a
Like
lot.
alarms are going off.
Yeah,
Was it about me?
I can't say
That's
it,
the
but-
way it sounded. So I get there and I can tell something's weird
With
about
her?
this. With her, with the circumstance, with everything. Like it can't just be easy. And my friend was like, "You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it here." And I'd seen pictures of it online. And I was like, "Oh, it looks cool. Yeah,
You're
yeah,
describing
sure."
like Midsummer, the movie.
It was not far off, Patty. It was not far off from being that. The first day that we get there, the whole cast is there, and she's like, well, "Let's everybody go out to the field, and we're all going to sit down."
Why can't you just sit down where you're at right now?
Well, because they got to bring you to a field far away.
No.
So everybody's like in a circle. We're all adults.
Oprah always said never go to the second location.
Well, this was the first location.
Okay.
Nonetheless, we're all sitting in a field in Sonoma.
Well, no, that's the second location because if you start out in a different location, then you're brought to the field. That's second
Okay,
location.
so this was I should have
Second
known.
Yeah, that's when you know that-
Oprah's always right.
Well, it wasn't technically Oprah. It was the FBI guy that said never be taken to the second location.
Oh, but
also,
Oprah co-signed.
Also, if you're in a trunk, kick out the taillights. But anyway, I digress.
Anyway, I
paid
plan to do
attention.
that.
All I know is if I'm in a trunk, I know what to do.
If you're in a trunk, that's a good night.
If I'm in a trunk, chances are I'm not going to get out of that
The
trunk.
date went well. So we get there and we're sitting in a field, and she starts telling everybody like what made her start this. This is why I've started. I can't use any names because I'm sure I'm going to get arrested. I'm going to get canceled before I get scheduled, everybody. And she's like, everybody.
Someone's going to show up your hair
Well-
and cut off all your hair.
First of all, it started with a group massage. I shit you not. They were like, let's all sit in a circle and then let's turn around and we give a massage to the person who's next to you.
These are people that you just met for the first time.
Yes.
And you're touching someone.
I'm touching somebody and they're touching me. And I'm like, okay, let's see where this goes. And everybody's massaging everybody. Wasn't that great, you guys?
How long did the massage go for?
I don't know. I sort of blacked out after the first minute of
But
it.
no buckle massage.
No inside the mouth action.
What if that's what you
Yet.
were doing? Like, ever rub your shoulders? Oh, I'm gonna rub the inside of your mouth, and you just met someone. No gloves. I
And
just
then,
had a
where'd
cigarette.
that balloon come from? So now we're massaging each other. She's telling the story of how she started this group, which I have heretofore called the THEATRICULT once I figured out what was going on up in this piece.
Okay.
It took me about 3 days, and then I was like, you guys, wake up. Something weird is happening up here. And she's like, you know what? Like, she has a short-haired girl and, like, pixie and nervous. And she was running this place, and she's like, so, here's the thing. I was on Broadway, and it just was, here was my dream coming true, and it just felt like everything was just wrong. And then I was crying on the floor of my bathroom, and that right there, I was crying on the floor of my bathroom. Should have gotten up and gotten a flight home at that point.
Doesn't she have a couch?
No, the bathroom is cold. This is where every woman has a meltdown.
But don't they own furniture?
Don't ask me. I don't make the rules.
Okay.
Bathrooms seem to be the place for a nervous breakdown.
Okay.
So she's crying
Is that
on the
where the
floor of her
razor
bathroom.
blade is? Is that why?
Yes, it's close nearby. And if you have to puke, and that's why women cut off all their hair, because then,
They can choke on their hair.
absolutely. So she's having a melt. She's like, I was crying on the floor of my bathroom, and then I was like, why don't I just go and create my own thing?
I don't understand. I'm just going to stop. I still don't understand why you're in the bath. You have an entire apartment furnished with things that you bought to sit on in a normal way. You go to the most disgusting spot in your house,
Yeah.
other than maybe like the laundry room vent,
Yeah, because it's the most real.
and you're next to the toilet where everyone, as I found out this morning, uses and destroys. There's
Let's
like-
just say we have 4 bathrooms in this house, and Patty picked the one in the center of the home to do his business. I'm just saying.
It
And
is
I
called
didn't-
a bathroom.
But then
It's
I
not
walked
like,
through the
"Let's get my-"
green fog that was in the middle of the house, and I was like, "Woo! Oh, Lord!"
I shouldn't be punished For you, I told you where I was going. It's not like I'm going to the kitchen and then hightailed it to the bathroom. I told you where it's going. Obviously, what happens in there happens in there. It's like Vegas.
Look, I was suddenly transported to a different planet.
Anyway, we're going back. The point is, there's this crazy person in the bathroom, which is covered in pubic hair, vomit, feces, and urine,
and Patty's entrails,
and my entrails.
Yeah,
and that's so you want to have a breakdown. I don't understand people that have breakdowns in bathrooms. It's the most disgusting place, especially
Read
a
Eat, Pray,
female
Love.
bathroom.
It is the first thing that happens in Eat, Pray, Love. That's where it starts, on the floor of a bathroom. And she talks about it. And every woman has had like a meltdown on a bathroom
Do you think
floor.
people do that just because they saw it somewhere?
Yes.
Okay.
If Elizabeth Gilbert does it first, everybody has to fall in line.
And again, she has a house. So she goes to the bathroom, which is adjacent to her bedroom where her husband is, right? So if she doesn't want to be heard or seen, she should probably go to the other room in the house.
No, actually, she had an apartment in that case. Well, and in this chick, she had an apartment too. So it's apartment bathroom. So if you've got a house, you're fine. Anyway.
Continue.
Anywho, so she starts telling a story about how she had a meltdown, and then started a theater group, and I was like, uh-oh. You know,
that's a good pivot.
I always know when something's wrong. I just choose to ignore my gut.
Okay.
You know, I'm like, maybe I should go to Israel in the middle of a war.
I told you not to. But...
I make choices. I'd rather have the story. But then I was like, seems weird. And then she had everybody go around and tell some secret about themselves.
That's why it's a secret, so you don't have to tell anybody.
Exactly. But then now I'm sitting in a circle and I feel this pressure or like, tell us what made you come here, like what brought you here.
Cash.
And not enough. Not enough. That's what I should have said. I was like, enough cash brought me here, but the wine is keeping me here right now. That's the only reason I want to be here.
Her wine or the actual wine?
Her WHINE.
Right.
Yes, your whining keeps me here. It's wine country, everybody.
I've got your wine to keep me warm.
And everybody's suddenly going around this circle, and before you know it, everybody's crying. And I'm in the middle of this going like,
why are they crying?
Because they're being forced to like talk about their feelings and shit. And I was like, isn't this a variety show? Aren't you like, can't you just be here, be like, I'm just here to dance. I'm here to sing.
Is the variety like the variety of dementia? Is that what's happening?
A variety of antidepressants that people are on.
Okay.
And that they can, maybe switch meds or whatever. But now I'm like, what the hell is going on? Aren't we here to like do a show? Like, why are we all talking about feelings and whatever? And so, day one, that happens.
Day one, not going well.
Not going well. And then we didn't like work on anything. It was supposed to be a variety show. So it's like people are singing and dancing and there's numbers to work on. And then like all of a sudden kids are an aspect of this. Because they have like a theater camp or whatever. And they bring the kids in to do numbers. But then like the next day, we all come in and now we're doing all these weird exercises. We're all sitting in a room, like laying down, and just picture yourself walking through a house. It's your house. You're building your home. You walk into the front room, and what's filling the front room? What feelings are filling that front room? Good. Now take a left turn. You're in another room. Now what people are in that room with you? Just picture it.
Hopefully no one, if I just walked into the room. Otherwise,
you know what? At this point, I hope it's somebody with an axe, because I just kill me and get me the hell out of here. I don't know what I've walked into.
If I walked in and people were in the room, I would have to now slowly back out of this room.
Back out of the room. Go back.
I'm going to open up the door and I'm going to go into the elevator and then go down.
But now you're stuck in the elevator shaft. Call 911. And now she's like, everybody just find a laugh. Find a gentle laugh. And I was like, oh, no.
Everyone's fake laughing.
Everybody's fake laughing. And everybody's like, everybody's suddenly in like theater camp at Juilliard. And like we're doing all these exercises and you're talking about, and this goes on for like the first few hours of the day. And then I was like, okay, is everybody going to start rehearsing something? Like working on a song, maybe staging something? Nothing happens. We've just been talking about feelings.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't have any feelings. What? I'm dead inside. Why am I here? Am I going to work on anything I need to work on to do whatever? This happens like every day for the first 4 days. And then you work on music or people work on whatever for the second half of the day. And I'm like, I don't even need to be here. Why is everybody like masturbating with their feelings and then we're leaving? And what is this? What did I walk into? And my friend, who's very like level-headed, I have a couple of really good friends that were doing that. And I was like, you guys are, I feel like we're in multi-level marketing right now. Do you feel the cultiness of this? And you kind of can tell that they've sort of like glazed over and they've got that look in their eyes like, isn't it amazing? Isn't this, we've been talking about feelings. Isn't it great? Do you want to do a trust fall with me? We've got some time.
See, this is the point where I'm like, that's great. I'm going to use the restroom and then go to my room, pack my bag, and just leave.
Yeah, I should have done that. But then I didn't. And now we're at like the space where we're going to be performing. And it's an outdoor space. So they got porta potties. And all the porta potties have inspirational quotes inside them. So like while you're taking a dump, you can read what Eleanor Roosevelt was thinking.
Say it, don't spray it.
Now, if Eleanor Roosevelt's like was like wipe thoroughly, now that would be funny. But like you're sitting there and there's all these inspirational quotes and these people just what, and then every time you met up every day.
How long are you in a porta potty that you need to like
to read anything? Right. Yeah, you need to get in, get out, and get on with your life.
You need to.
That's what the quote should have been.
Yeah.
But now all of a sudden I was like, oh, Teddy Roosevelt thought that I was bold for coming in here.
You were.
Yeah. He's like, good for you, Teddy Roosevelt. I wouldn't stay here too long, Abraham Lincoln.
This place smells like diarrhea, Patty O'Brien.
You fool me once, George W. Bush. Like, I don't know what I'm doing here in this field right now. And
that's not Tootsie Rolls.
Oh,
Oprah
my
Winfrey.
God. Well, here's the other thing. So with the way this show is set up, it's great for the people who are attending it because they have all like these food trucks in there and then they bring in all these different vineyards so you can eat and drink before the show and then you go and do the show. But they want you to work at the venues like before you go and do the show.
What do you like at the food truck?
Like it's this whole putting on a show. It takes a village to put on a show. So like you've got an assignment before the show where like you have to take tickets or you have to pour wine or you have to, like shovel out some tacos and then go over there and sing, come on, get happy afterwards. So like you had to work. It was slave labor. But you all are standing in a field. You have to be there an hour before the show so that you can all hold hands. And some guy who's got zero motivation can give you a motivational speech where he does that like, I'm in the arena or whatever that big speech is that somebody's like, I don't know, Winston Churchill or some shit. I don't know. Everybody sits around talking about other people's thoughts and motivations and inspirations.
I'm half checking out of this and just
I'm sorry.
kind of uncomfortable.
Oh, of the story or the...
Well, I can't imagine you fucking staying here for that
Oh, I
long.
stayed for the whole time because there was wine.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
and they
you had to
put
go
me in
through-
somebody else's house, so now I'm living in a house with this other couple. And in the middle of all this, and it was really weird, so I'm living in like the downstairs of their house.
What do you mean downstairs? Basement?
Yeah, I'm living in the basement for the month.
See, okay, this is the part when if I were at the pearly gates and then you showed up and you told me the story,
They'd let me in?
I'd be like, what do you mean you didn't see it coming? What do you didn't see the murder coming? So first thing you had a red flag when you first got there.
Because there's wine. There was wine involved. It's amazing what I will do to stay in wine country.
Welcome to heaven. My name's Patrick. I'm just going to do a little intake form.
Hi.
What's your name?
Erin?
Okay, and where were you before you were murdered?
Wine country.
Okay, and what was the first red flag? That something was wrong?
The homemade granola that the woman kept trying to get me to eat.
Okay, and did you see anything else coming? Were you attacked suddenly from the back of your head?
No, I don't know. I was drinking wine, so I didn't
Was it
feel anything.
Okay, so you were with a bunch of strangers and they offered you something to drink and you took it.
Yes.
Okay, so there's the one red flag. And then
But then they quoted something from Eleanor Roosevelt about doing battle or about being yourself or about being a woman who's stronger, like she's like a tea bag or something. There's some quote.
Let me do this.
Okay,
Were
sorry.
you by any chance taken to a second location?
Yes.
Okay, so I know this is heaven, and we don't really like to, push anyone forward. But have you ever seen the episode of Oprah Winfrey where they say never be taken to the second location?
No.
Okay, so don't get taken to the second location. So again, number one, you were given something to ingest.
Yeah.
By a circle of strangers.
Yes.
So that's on you. Second, you were taken to the second location.
Okay, so can I get in?
Okay, so were you? Did you stay anywhere?
I stayed in someone's basement. Strangers.
Okay. Oh.
But they had a nice pool.
Okay. I can't let you in
Why?
because you're a dumb bitch. That's not my words.
So
That's
now I have to
Jesus.
go
This is
back
on the
until
10
I get-
Commandments of Jesus.
You're a
Do
dumb
not
bitch
enter.
is the commandment 11. Thou shalt not be a dumb bitch.
Correct.
So then I have to go back to
See-
earth until
see,
I get it right?
I don't. No, you're not. No. You are,
Where do I go?
You're so dumb. You're going straight to hell.
Patrick, as you're talking to her in heaven, ask her about the other event that happened while she was there.
Okay. Was there something else that happened?
Yes, I fell down the stairs.
Was this at the house that you shouldn't have been in the first place?
Yes, it was in my fault. I was wearing ballet flats.
Well, let's just back up. It is your fault because you're staying at a stranger's house. Not only are you staying at a stranger's house, but you're staying in their basement.
But it's not my fault that they built those weird half stairs.
It
those
is your
big,
fault that you
wide-
entered in a residence that isn't yours.
And I had to enter through the back of it. And I was wearing ballet flats. Now, here's the weird part. Wasn't drinking when it happened
Why are you wearing ballet flats?
because I work at the Lilith Fair.
Because you like to walk like you have a wide set vagina?
Yes.
Okay.
And it gets me somewhere fast and it's fashionable.
Does anybody know how to wear ballet
This
flats?
was the
and
last
walk?
time I ever wore a ballet flat, just FYI. This was it. This was the death knell for the ballet flat because I was walking down the stairs and the heel of the ballet flat was very slippery and it caught the edge of the stairs. And then I fell down the stairs and I broke my ankle. But I forgot to mention this, had a roommate in the basement apartment. And this girl doesn't know me. And I wandered
does
in
now.
limping. And then I put my leg up, and the sheer pain of it made me faint.
Everything does.
Everything made me faint. But we know how when I faint, when I come to, you don't know this because you've never had like a first-hand accounting of this.
There'll only be one firsthand. The first time you faint in front of me is also going to be the last one.
It'll be the last
Then I'll
podcast.
never see you again.
It's the final podcast. Doo-doo-doo. I passed out, but when I faint and I come to, every time people think I'm drunk. It's
Okay.
just what happens. When I come back to life, I'm like,
And then someone says, that's not wine, that's urine.
yes, pretty much consistently across the board. And I had fainted.
She
and
fell in her wine glass.
And
That's
I-
urine, jackass.
It's fine. It's just Chardonnay.
You
At this
drink
point,
some really shitty wine then.
potato. And she was like, are you okay? Because are you drunk? Are you drunk? Or did you get drunk? And I was like, no, I was stone sober.
Is she the same age as you?
Yes.
Okay.
I fell down the stairs. I broke my ankle. I passed out. And I was like, I want to leave wine country. This place is a goddamn nightmare. So now I'm in a boot. I'm performing at an outdoor venue in wine country, which is rocky. And
Right.
they're forcing me an hour before the show to stand in a circle and hold hands while everybody talks their feelings. And that's all it was just talking about feelings and some guy who keeps doing inspirational quotes. And they had to, there's a picture of me, they had to get me a chair and another chair to prop my leg up. And I'm holding people's hands and wearing a shirt that says best night ever. And I'm on crutches.
This sounds like the last 5 minutes of that horrible movie, Very Bad Things.
This was a very bad thing. And that woman, and she knew that I was like, you're bullshit. This, whatever you've created, whatever this weird cult is, cult leaders are bullshit. And she knew it, and I was dry. And I'm convinced that the only reason I fell down the stairs is because she had a little voodoo doll of me.
She probably loosened the stairs.
Yeah, and I caused a bit of a mutiny because I took my friends aside and I said, you know that this is a theatrical, right? Like she's using theater to like try to get you guys to talk about feelings and touch each other. I was like, there's some sort of weird culty shit going on. And then once I called it out, all of my friends are like, wait, hey, yeah, you're right. You know, when there's like that moment in people's cults where they're like, maybe I shouldn't get a tattoo of Nexium on my ass. And then everybody sort of like mass migrates out of there. And so I had started that, and she knew that I was the troublemaker in that cult. And then I fell down the stairs and broke my ankle. There's no accidents, everybody.
Wow. That is a story.
Isn't it,
so
though?
Glad we talked about that.
We talk about stories here. We do stories.
Yeah. So did you finish whatever the hell it is that you were there to do?
Barely.
But
And
you
I
did.
offended people, and I didn't do family-friendly comedy. I've learned my lesson. I basically just took my existing act at the time and wedged it into the middle of the show. I could have cared less. And they paid me. You want to know how much I got paid for that whole month that I was there? A month. Less than $1,000.
You were out of town for less than $1,000.
Yes. And they paid me, and I did not know this, in 2 payments. So I got half a week after I got there, and I got the other half about 2 weeks after I got home.
So you were taxed twice.
Oh, but I don't even know I got I don't even know that. Take the taxes, put that aside. You've got half of $1,000. It was about $900 something. So roughly, you get paid about $400 when you get there, and then you don't get paid again until you leave.
But you were also
But
paid
$400, you're in wine country. This is what you're living off of.
just wine and cheese and bread,
And whatever is the weird granola that woman kept making and bringing downstairs
which is
to
just
me.
filled with sugar.
She did make me a lot of granola. But she said granola, which is never a good sign.
Granola.
Would you like some homemade granola? No! The word no is in granola.
Granola is riddled with sugar. Just FYI.
Love granola.
And so
Don't ruin granola for me.
Okay,
Apparently, I have an eating disorder.
This episode of Dear Pod is mixed and edited by Jim Ferris and is a property of Pineapple Ranch Productions.